Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here today, and you should be too. And today I've got a nice piece of petrified wood. And I would say this is probably, you could probably call this agatized wood. And this is a piece that I got when I bought the old cabbing machine that I refurbished. It came in with that 2 boxes of rocks that came with it. And let's take a little look here. Okay, as you can see on the end here, let me make that a little bit wet. Yes. Spray bottle of destiny. Don't lick rocks. You know, there's some pretty nice looking structure going on in there. There's some, looks like gnarly holes of yuckiness on this side, but the rest of it seems pretty darn sound. We got a little bit of color. We got some browns and reds up through here. And when I got this, when I got this piece, it already had an end cut off. And because I was going to do a video for it, I decided before I brought this over here to show you that I would, cut another piece off, cut the slab off that we were going to do. So here's the cut piece. Okay, and here's the original cut off piece that was on that. So somebody had probably made some cabs off of this earlier. But since we have no idea where the cabs got to, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Well, what else are we going to do with a big hunk of petrified wood that's just begging to be cut because it has a flat side already and whatever? So this is the slab that I just slabbed off of that. And see, as you see, we got the reds and the browns in there. I think it's going to look pretty cool. But we've got this yucky, porousy stuff of yuckiness here. So I think what I want to do, so I think if we cut it off like that, that would give us a nice big cab. But I'm thinking if we would slice that right down the middle here, that'll give us a nice cab on that side. And probably a nice cab that way too. So we can get a better idea of what this looks like. So I'm going to take and slice this right down the middle, and we'll be back. Alrighty, we're back, and that is some pretty hard stuff. It took like forever to cut the slab off, and it even took a good long time to cut this piece down the center. And as you see, we got right there to the end, and it broke. So I'm thinking this stuff here at the edges may not be extremely sturdy, but the only way to find out is by cutting it. So we have this piece and this piece, and that gnarly holes and gnarliness seem to extend way over here. So I think we're going to cut this piece as the example. So let's take a closer look at that. You've got, like I said, those gnarly holes and gnarliness over here. So I'm thinking we'll get a nice looking cab from that. So the next thing to do is, oh yeah, look how punky that is right in there. Yep. So the next thing to do is, well, let's get over to the wheel and let's get on it. Okay? Okay, this is some pretty tough stuff except for this outside edge. So that might take a little bit. It seems like that stuff may be a little crumbly. But we shall see what we shall see. Okay, it seems to be actually holding up better than I thought it would. So far, anyway. Get a shape to this. Not sure which side. Well, yeah, probably this will be the upside. This will be the downside. And here's the piece, or the edge that broke. So let's see what we got here. See how sturdy that is. I like petrified wood. Petrified wood, you never quite know exactly how it's going to look. Okay, that seems to be a little The outside edge is a little crumbly, but not really bad. Over here's where that like rotten punky stuff was. Oh, we got some sparks going. Yeah, that seems to be rather soft. And as you can see, focus, there's lots of holes and gnarlifications in there. So we definitely want to get rid of that stuff. Can't have big gnarlifications in your cab. Looks like all this colored stuff right here is going to have to go. That's okay. That's going to help us decide what shape the stone wants to be. It's like, what shape do you want to be, stone? I think you want to be an oval. I want to be an oval when I grow up. Okay, let's take a look at that gnarlified area. Yeah, take a little bit more of that out. And this stuff's got to go here. Let's work on that. This is pretty hard. That blade was straining when I was cutting it. You couldn't push really hard on the blade, that's for certain. You never want to force the stone through anyway, even if it is soft. Let the blade do the cutting. Okay, I'm going to have to start shaping that. I'm not sure what this area looks like here. You have to take a little bit more of that off. It seems rather soft compared to the others. Or I should say the inner more part of the stone. Yeah, I've got to take that little bit away yet. Okay. I can feel that that's really soft. Okay, so we're sort of getting down to the shape we need, or the shape that it wants to be, or the shape that the stone's going to let us do. Alright, I think we got a shape pretty much. Pretty much that it's going to be acceptable. Let me just make sure the shape is nice and even. Can't have uneven shapes. There shall be no uneven shapes. Unless we want it to be. Okie dokie, I believe that's pretty good. We can start working on the dome now. And I think this is going to be our show side. Now let me start working on cutting the girdle edge down. There were a lot of nice stones in those two boxes that came with that cabbing machine. Yep, that's coming along nicely. We'll work on this edge just slightly more. Okay, that's starting to take on some nice color. Let's take that edge down just a little bit more. Yeah, this is oh boy. Damn, my tongue is not working. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a nick. There's a nick right there. Yes, we don't want that in there. I have to take that out. Slight bit of reshaping, we can handle it. And yeah, that's about all it took right there. Yeah, have to be careful around that end. Not might, we will. Got any more nicks? Let me check it with my fingernail. No, it doesn't seem to be. Well, got some funkiness going on right in this area. I think we can handle. You can see there's some saw cuts going across there, so I don't have the very top of the stone domed off properly yet. May want to put this on the stick and work that dome a little more. Seems like there's a lot of earthy colors in this. Earth tones are nice. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. I think I'm going to take that sharp edge down just a little bit more. Okay, I can feel I pretty much have that top domed nicely without a flat spot. Or not one that I can really feel very easily by fingers. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, that's looking nice. Wipe some of this away. Yep, that's looking nice. That is really got some pretty earth colors to it. I don't think I'm gonna have to come back to this wheel. I'm gonna slip over to the other reel for a moment. Maybe do just a little bit of work on it while we have it out here, because why not? Lightly do around the edge. You'll feel a little tiny bit of a flat spot on there, but I can get that with the definitely get that when we're on the stick. Get that shape refined. I want to get a little bit of a I got gnarly pieces hanging on my fingers. I'm going to get a better idea of what the color is going to look like. Give it a look-see this way. There's the look-see. Ooh. Okay, there's a little bit more reds and deeper browns and whatnot coming in there, and this nice little it goes across there. That's the technical term for that. It's a... Okay, so I think now we got an idea of what's going on. I'm going to take this over to the desk, and I'm going to put this on a stick, and we're going to finish this cab up and see what kind of beauty it turns into, or at the very least it'll be the best version of itself, which is still going to be beautiful. So don't go away. Okay, I'm back, and yeah, this one was quite fun. Not only did I glue my fingers to the stone and then to the stick, but I glued my fingers to my fingers. Gonna be a great day. But anyway, let's take a closer look at this now that it's dry. You see here on the side, we got a gnarly that should be taken out. So I may have to grind that out, even though I may not have to, because it's down pretty far. And even if this was going to be set in a bezel, it would be down below the bezel line. So I may not have to worry about that. And it seems like we got a little bit of a crack going on here. That's going along there. It's easier to see these things when they're dry. Otherwise, it doesn't look too bad. This one, it looks like it's pretty well healed up crack. But this is the only one that I think may give us some issue. So, let's get this going here. And we shall see what we're going to do with it. Alrighty, so I am going to work this edge. Try to get a nice setting edge on here. Turn the water down a tad bit. And I'm not really concerned about that gnarly right here on the side, but I think it's going to be hidden. So let's work on this as if it's going to be. But I do want to get a nice slight bevel on there. And seeing as how tough it is, it's going to take a little bit to get that on. But with a harder stone, you get a nicer polish. So there's a bit of a trade-off there. Okay, I think I've got that pretty much where we need it to be. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, we're going to be able to get that piece hidden. So I'm going to work on softening this dome down to the bezel edge. Blah, blah, blah. And if anybody's curious, this is actually tomorrow. And you can tell by this was dry whenever I started up. I put this on the stick last night and, well, stuff happened and I had to stop. That's nice about the magic of editing. We can just make it look like it was done immediately. For you, it was seconds. For me, it was 24 hours. So I'm going to start working this edge down. Amazing how sometimes you get a little bit of glue blopped somewhere and it just buggers everything up. I'm not usually gluing my fingers to things, but it happens, you know. Yep, that feels good. So I'm going to start actually going across the top of the stone. And thankfully I don't feel any flat spots. A little bit of one over here. Not too terribly bad. As you can see, they are really coming out. There might be some good depth to this piece. I still like that white streak of streakiness going across there. Little things like that, as long as they don't detract from the look, it's pretty great. Okay, let's take a look and see what we have going. What we have going is, I think we've got scratches and stuff out of there. A little bit of faceting around this edge. Otherwise, not bad. I think I'll be able to get rid of that by doing the twirlies. Twirlies, I say. I've decided that I need to make another machine. I really need to make something for, basically for making inlays and intarsia type stones, so I can use up some of these really small stones that I have, make them into bigger stones. I think that would be a great addition for videos to the channel, plus making some really nice looking stuff. I have some ideas. Yes, I have ideas. It's kind of dangerous. The stone slipped off there. I'm going to have to dry this off and give that a double look to see if I got any scratches from the edge. Okay, let's see. There's no. When it slipped off, I could have put a nick in the edge of the stone from the edge of the wheel, but I don't think I did. Nope, that's actually looking pretty good. I think we're just about ready to hit the next wheel, which is the wheel of the bad valve. I shall double, triple, quadruple check here. And focus. There. No, I think we're good. Yes, I do think we are good. Which is good. That means we are moving right along in the land of goodness. Good land. We will move right along in the land of jostle your eyeballs. Okay, and we are at the wheel of the bad valve. Oh, the bad valve is acting bad today. Oh my gosh. Okay, now it is working. This stone is moving along pretty nicely. And I don't think it's going to take very long on this wheel, because sometimes when the stones are harder, you get to that 300 grit wheel and it takes most of the nasty scratches out, and then they're starting the pre-polished type thing here with the 600 grit wheel. Oh, I need to move my chair a little bit. It's up a little bit too high. I have my chair too high. I end up pinching the nerves in my back holding my arms at this angle. So I'm just going to work the entirety of this dome down. I'm trying to work over the entire wheel too. Sometimes I end up sticking right towards the center or a certain place, and like, no, I need to work it all over so that I don't end up wearing the wheel weird. The weirding of the wheel. And what do we have? We are, oh wow, we are getting a polish already. Look at that. Look at that. We've got depth coming out. Looks like we don't have any gnarlies anywhere. That's pretty good. It's still wet. There we go. It's drying off. Okay, that's... Wow, that is looking nice. Boy, I hope that is not... Oh, good. I thought that was a nick at the very top, and here it's just water spot. Yes, I don't see any... No, I don't see anything in the screen because I had it out of the view. Nope, that's looking really, really nice. So I think we're ready for the 1200 grit. All right. And this wheel is not going to take long. Not at all. And then it's off to the cerium oxide. And the glass polish. That's what we like to see. A glass finish. Ooh, that is... Wow, that is pretty nice. A little bit of haziness on there, but that should come out with the cerium oxide. And that's where we're headed next. So, you just hang out for a minute. I will hit this with cerium oxide, see you at the desk, and we'll take a look at it. Okay? Okay, we're back. Just got off the cerium oxide wheel, and this polished up pretty much the way I figured it would. Now let's take a closer look here. And a focused look would be nice. You can get some light the correct way there. That might help. Yes, look at that. That came up to a mirror finish. That is amazing. I was extremely tickled with this. Now there are a couple spots. It's like right there. Right there. Okay, that is a tiny, tiny pinhole. Actually, no, that's not the pinhole. Huh. I thought that was cerium oxide stuck in a pinhole, but that's actually in the stone. Where are the pinholes at? Oh, here's that stuff that I had said about. There's a little bit of cerium oxide got jammed in there. And up here on the top, I think I might have actually got it blowed out. There's a part of a crack right there. That's caught some cerium oxide. And there was another spot that there might have been some cerium oxide in it. It was somewhere in around this area, I believe. Yep, that's actually in the stone. That's not a divot or anything. But overall, man, we are talking... Look how out of focus it is now. Look how shiny that is. That is really hard, and that will polish up like glass. This top spot, there's some really good depth in there. And on this side, there is some really good depth in this dark area that I can almost guarantee the camera is not picking it out. But it looks like you're looking at a blown marble where you can see the different layers of glass inside. And that goes right down into here. Whew, yeah, this is awesome. This piece of agatized wood, that's got some really good potential in there. Really good potential. And let's see, where is this out of? This piece come off of here. And then this piece was this way. So this piece probably came out of there just like, yeah, that's how that came out of there. That came out of there just like that. So I think that's really nice to look at when you can see where the cabochon you cut may have come out of the host piece. You know, and that's what we got. Yep, that's it. There's the red over here, there's the red there, and that's in the round there just like that. Yep, and there's that little bit of gnarly hole stuff showing up with the gnarly hole stuff in the piece. And the sister piece here, that's probably going to come out pretty good too, but I would definitely want to avoid all of these gnarlies there when I cut it, so it'd probably end up being cut something like that with a much smaller stone, no doubt. But I can honestly say that this stone is definitely a win. So, if you liked the video, hit the button down there, subscribe, and I will be back with more of everything. Anything that I could find, anything that looks good, and hopefully making some new machinery, and there'll be videos on that too, so that we can make these stones even better versions of themselves, the best version that it can be, and the same goes to you. So thanks for spending some time with me, and have a good evening.